All right, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking a highly structured look at 17 rapidly accelerating technology trends to see exactly what our world is going to look like in 2026. The pace of innovation right now is honestly just staggering, and it's way past the point of just cool new gadgets. We are looking at a fundamental shift in how our society operates, how we work, and even how we interact with our own biology. Okay, let's just dive right in with an absolutely wild statistic right out of the gate. By 2026, up to 70% of everyday work tasks could be entirely automated. I mean, that is a massive number. We aren't just talking about simple data entry here. We are talking about entire workflows running totally autonomously. And this single data point is really the engine driving almost everything else we're going to look at today. Now, instead of just throwing a random list of 17 tech trends at you, we're going to group these logically. We'll explore 4 massive spheres of our lives: the new computing backbone, redefining the workplace, everyday life and media, and finally, the future of health. This is going to help us really see the big picture of 2026. Section 1. The new computing backbone. We are starting off by examining the invisible foundation that is making all of this possible. Zooming out to the macro level for a second, we are looking at a totally connected world. We're talking over 30 billion, yes, billion with a B, interconnected Internet of Things devices. Imagine entire cities basically thinking for themselves. Over in Singapore, traffic lights are already adjusting in real time based on congestion. In South Korea, they've got smart poles monitoring air quality and charging phones. And powering the really complex problems behind the scenes, quantum computing is finally nearing real utility. IBM is deploying a 136-qubit chip to tackle massive logistical headaches, like simulating molecules for new drugs and optimizing global supply chains, in just a fraction of the time it would take a classical computer. And that actually highlights a massive shift we're seeing away from the cloud. In the past, smart technology meant sending all your data to a server somewhere far away. But with pressure really building from privacy laws like Europe's GDPR and California's CCPA, AI is learning to stay offline. We're moving to edge AI. This means chips like Apple's A17 Pro, Intel's Meteor Lake, and Qualcomm's Snapdragon X Elite come with built-in neural processing units. They process things like language translation and image editing instantly right there on your device. So there's no cloud upload, no lag, and complete privacy. Because all that processing power is now local, the core operating system itself is going to anticipate what you need. We are saying a permanent goodbye to the era of opening up a separate AI app. By 2026, AI is native. Microsoft is testing Copilot directly inside Windows 11, so you can ask your desktop to summarize files, rewrite emails, or even generate images without ever having to switch tabs. Your entire system is essentially thinking right alongside you, step by step. Section 2. Redefining the workplace. Now that we've got a grip on this new, locally powered, super intelligent backbone, let's see how it totally changes the economy and the way we work. So the real game changer here is that software engineering is heavily democratizing. Get this, a massive 75% of new apps are going to be built by non-engineers. Using low-code and no-code platforms like Bubble, Microsoft Power Apps, and custom GPTs, everyday business users are literally just dragging, dropping, and hitting publish. You really don't need to hire a whole team of developers to automate a full workflow anymore. And for the code that actually does need to be written, or the really complex tasks that need managing, we are stepping way past just chatting with AI. We're handing off full tasks to autonomous software agents. Take Devin, for example. It's an AI software engineer by Cognition Labs that can build, debug, and deploy a website completely on its own. Tools like AutoGPT are chaining tasks together to plan trips and book reservations. And in the corporate world, platforms like ServiceNow and UiPath are automating entire processes, from hiring to invoicing, and reporting up to a 65% reduction in repetitive work. You literally just give the agent a goal, and it handles the whole shebang from start to finish. Now, what's honestly mind-blowing is how fast humanoid and logistics robots are hitting the physical world. They aren't just walking around in tech demos anymore. They are working. Figure AI has partnered with BMW for automotive manufacturing. Agility Robotics is deploying its bipedal robot Digit in Amazon warehouses right now. Tesla's Optimus is sorting parts. And Walmart has autonomous scanners cruising the aisles in over 1,000 stores. So what changed? Well, these robots finally have the AI, vision, and real-time mapping to perform repetitive tasks with actual dexterity. And most importantly, they're dropping in cost. They are expected to become cheaper than a small car by 2026. Section 3, Everyday Life and Media. Let's explore how these underlying technologies are going to radically alter what we consume and how we live inside our own homes. By 2026, generative AI is basically the default tool. It's going to touch literally almost everything you read, hear, or watch. Huge multimodal models like GPT-5 and Gemini Ultra are handling text, video, and audio in a single seamless conversation. We're already seeing commercial video editing powered by Adobe Firefly and Runway ML, while 11 Labs can generate incredibly natural speech in mere seconds. But it goes way beyond flat media. In extended reality, or XR, digital spaces are generating themselves based on whatever you're doing. NVIDIA and Meta are deploying real-time avatars that don't just look real, they react, improvise, and hold full-on conversations with you. Because of all this, the way we physically look at our digital world is shifting. We've talked about AR glasses for what feels like a decade, right? But Apple's Vision Pro got the ball rolling, and now Meta, Xreal, and Samsung are making them lightweight and actually useful. Think about it. Smartphones require you to look down, totally pulling you out of your environment. AR glasses provide real-time overlays floating seamlessly right in your field of vision. Live captions, translated subtitles, navigation arrows. With AI handling the context of your surroundings, these glasses could know what information you want before you even ask for directions. And back in your living room, the smart speaker era is officially old news. Your home assistants are literally growing wheels, screens, and arms to actively track and assist you in physical space. Amazon's Astro is already out there patrolling homes and doing elder care. Apple is internally developing a tabletop robot, dubbed J595, that swivels to track you during FaceTime calls. Over in China, humanoid assistants are already working the floor in showrooms. AI in the home is rapidly moving past that voice-only stage and becoming a real physical presence. Section 4, The Future of Health. For our final section, we are going to examine the most intimate frontier of 2026, your physical body and your mind. Wearables are graduating from simple little step counters into 24/7 clinical health monitors. Devices from Aura and Whoop are meticulously tracking your recovery, and new models from companies like Movano are working on continuous, prick-free blood sugar and blood pressure tracking. Some of these rings can even detect skin temperature changes before you even feel sick. But the real magic happens when all this data feeds into AI. Incredibly, Google DeepMind can actually spot 21 different types of diseases just by looking at a simple scan of your retina, sometimes way earlier than human doctors can. Hospitals are using AI to spot the signs of sepsis hours before symptoms even show up. Healthcare is becoming hyper-personalized, down to customizing chemotherapy regimens based on your specific genetic makeup. Which brings us to the wildest, yet 100% real trend shaping 2026. The rapid transition of brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, from the lab directly into human trials. Basically, this is a direct, hardwired communication pathway between your brain and a technological device. And guys, this is not sci-fi anymore. In early 2024, Neuralink confirmed they hit an incredible milestone, implanting their first chip in a human, allowing them to control a computer cursor purely through thought. Other companies like Synchron and Precision Neuroscience are developing even less invasive devices. In clinical trials, stroke patients are already using BCIs to regain control of their limbs and send messages. We are actively restoring mobility and communication for paralyzed patients right now. Telepathic device control is a reality, and it is accelerating unbelievably fast. So as we watch our software become completely autonomous, our physical world fill up with intelligent robots, and our devices literally merge with our biology, the ultimate takeaway from this explainer is a question we all really have to face. We have the data, we can see the exact trajectory, but as a society, are we truly ready for the reality of 2026? Think about that as you interact with your technology today. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive, and keep your eyes open. The future is unfolding right now.